Sunday morning to you from Wrestling with ADHD. I am your host. I am Shooter Storm. And today, on this very special podcast, this Sunday morning, we're not only going to discuss tonight's pay-per-view, which is entitled Payback. No, we're going to speak about the character that is portrayed by Bray Wyatt, and that character is the Fiend. A lot of people out there in the internet wrestling community love the Fiend. A lot of them feel like he was buried. There's one podcaster that I consider is the best podcaster in the game today, and that is JD from New York 206. That is his Twitter handle. The thing about JD is I do disagree with some of the stuff that he says, absolutely, because some of it it seems like he's got it's just more towards a personal thing, but he's apologized for certain things he said in the past, but he doesn't apologize for a lot, and he shouldn't, because a lot of the stuff that he says is 100% factual. He's not one of the guys, even though he's a good commentator in House of Glory, he does not, and I repeat, he does not try to kiss ass, suck dick, any of that to get himself a job with the WWE. So this is actually one thing that I wanted to put out there. This is for everybody to listen to, of course. It's the Wrestling with ADHD podcast. As you know, this is a very new channel. This is a very new podcast, but we want to be able to get the viewers up. We want to be able to get the likes, the subscriptions, the shares, all of that going, because I will, along myself and along with my fiance, the big bad beautiful bodyguard of mine, Atlantis, will make this channel hot. I promise you. Be an OG of the channel. Subscribe, smash the like button, do all the cool stuff that us YouTubers tell you to do. Subscribe, share, do it all, because right here I'm going to give you the truth, a lot like JD from New York. And the reason I want to talk to JD kind of directly today, I'm going to send this over his way. It's not just for me to get any kind of viewership or whatever. I'm trying to build this on my own. Mostly everybody that has subscribed so far does know that I am a 19-year professional wrestler. I still wrestle on occasion, but looking to get a lot more bookings coming up right at post-pandemic. Other people do know as well that I do run a wrestling school, the Fight for the Mind Pro Wrestling Academy. I've had my first students go through, and they're ready to graduate, and then I have a second class coming in. You can contact us on Facebook, or you can get a hold of @ShooterStorm on Twitter. That is my Twitter handle. Go ahead on there, and if you're interested in coming to become a professional wrestler, training to become a pro wrestler, we are in upstate New York, northern part of New York. Basically, the closest other school to here is 5 hours. I know a lot of people aren't able to travel everywhere that want to be wrestlers. Well, now if you are local to northern New York, you can train to become a professional wrestler. I'm not a fly-by-night guy. I've wrestled for 19 years. I've wrestled in 18 states. I've wrestled in 2 countries. I've worked for WWE. I've worked for TNA. I've done stuff with the Ring of Honor. I have also done stuff with Global Force. I am not just some guy that hasn't done anything. I've been a guy that's, was born small. I was a littler guy, and I broke in when it was a big man sport, and I was able to hang on to my pants and keep them on and go straight for the goal, and that was following and catching my dream. And at the end of the day, I have done that. And if I die tomorrow, if I die today, at least I know that I did that. But God Almighty, God willing, I'd like to stay alive, because I have people that still entertain. So back to JD from New York. So you're the one guy that I said that I respect, because you're very honest, you're very straightforward, you tell it like it is. You don't bullshit the people just to get yourself a job, in the hierarchy of the World Wrestling Entertainment brand. You don't do that, and I think that is a very good thing. However, the one thing I do disagree with you on, that I want to come forward and talk to you about today, after the fact that I just gave you my introduction, so you didn't just think I was some guy talking to you. I am actually somebody that's been on the other side of the guardrail like you have, where you are in the commentating booth. And like I said, I think you do a good job. Here's the problem. This is the only problem, and this is the one disagreement that I really have with you, and it is regarding the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. You said back in, I believe it was February, Saudi Arabia Mania, where it was Goldberg versus the Fiend, and Goldberg basically Goldberged him, correct? And I hated it. I hated him losing, and I was like, fuck, he's done. This is it. Why the fuck would they do it so quick? Pissed off, just like you, absolutely. And the more I think about it, I'm almost positive that tonight at Payback, we are going to see a new Blue Universal Champion, and that is in Roman Reigns. And at this point, why not? Absolutely, the guy is the talk of the town. Put the title on him, get some ratings, WWE, do something right for once. However, I don't think he's going to pin Bray. He's going to pin Strowman, which, like you said, is stupid. Why didn't they just keep the belt and not put it towards him? And this is my reasoning behind this. I feel, yes, Jesus, Braun Strowman is going to take the pin. We're going to see probably Sister Abigail, bada bing. All of a sudden, Roman's going to, boom, spear him out of the ring, spear the Fiend. He's going to get the cover, 1, 2, 3, a triple threat type of finish, right? Okay, now, world champion Roman Reigns, however, he does not pin the current champion. So, now there's a feud set up. Now, if they're doing the double turn, where they're going to have Roman as the heel, and then the Fiend as the baby face, I agree wholeheartedly. But Alexa Bliss is going to come in. It's going to be like the Joker situation, of course, with Harley Quinn. I think that's a wonderful idea. My fiance, which is also my bodyguard in pro wrestling, she agreed to. She thought that was a cool idea. She's a big fan of Harley Quinn. You know, I guess we all are. Whatever. However, I think that's a great idea. Now it can set up, and the Fiend can go into all the stuff that he does and try to work into Roman's mind. But now he's such an animal. He's going to have Heyman in this here letting him know, that's not true, you're Roman. You know, what? I don't know why I did Mr. McMahon right there, but anyways, my point is, I think that's what's going to happen there. That aside, when you said that the Fiend was dead, his character died, he was over with, I believe that at the time. However, now watching, I believe, and I watch Bray Wyatt and the Firefly Funhouse as a horror movie with sequels. Hear me out. It may sound irate, but when you it may sound just stupid, maybe. But if you put it into this context, I believe it tells the fan, and it makes them believe more in the Fiend because it gives a better story in your mind, even if WWE isn't thinking it like this, because most likely they're not, because they don't know anything. When it comes, their booking sucks. We agree with that, okay? However, I look at this as Bray Wyatt, Firefly Funhouse, the Rabbit, the Fat Pig, the Abby the Witch, all of them. I look at this as a movie, and just like in any movie, the bad guy gets beat, usually at the end, but he still isn't dead, bada bing. So you move that forward, and now we go to the sequel of the movie. Goldberg was the end of movie number 1. Second one, good chance it might be Roman, but then that's going to leave a cliffhanger for the third movie. And let's hope they can do this. Like, hopefully the next movie lasts a lot longer with him as champion. And that, if that makes any sense to you, that's just the way I'm trying to look at it. Because I feel that, I honestly truly feel that WWE won't give that to us. But if they just like to fuck with Bray all the time, no matter what. He's always been over like hell. Dude is a talented motherfucker, puts more into anything. he should be the guy that writes all the storylines. He should be the creative team. That's how I feel about that. All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining me here on this very quick Wrestling with ADHD podcast. I'm hoping one day down the road, JD, if you are interested, I'd love to come on and do a review with you, whether it be Dynamite, whether it be Raw. If you want it positive, put me on with Dynamite. If it's negative, you're going to throw me with Raw, SmackDown. Those are going to be negative reviews, most likely. But put me on a Wednesday with you, even with your other buddy, who I like. I think he does a good job. I just want to be able to, market the way us YouTubers are supposed to, and be able to mingle and collaborate, if you will, and listen. No, but I really would like to be able to do some work with you. Down the line, I feel like it's going to be something that maybe the fans would like it. My fans would definitely like it, and I'd hope that your fans might take a like to me. I'm not 100% sure, but hey, you never know until you try, and never say never in the world of wrestling. So JD, again, I want to say I do appreciate your podcast. I appreciate your opinions, and I appreciate you being a man above all, and not sitting there with your tail between your legs and your ball sack severed in half. I do appreciate that 100%. You guys can check it out on the channel. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure subscribe, like, and share the hell out of this. Comment something positive. If there's nothing positive to say, don't comment on my shit. I don't want to hear it. That's how that goes. Just get out. I don't have a moderator. I'm the moderator. So you say stupid shit on my on comments, get the fuck out of here. There's Facebook and Twitter for that. Okay, so until next time, remember, subscribe, like, share, headlocks, and hauntings. That is the YouTube channel. And this has been the All-Nighter Shooter Storm. And this has been Wrestling with ADHD. Till next time, make sure to follow your dreams.